So when we look at all of these little things that we did, they're examples of something that I think it's the most important skill of a leader. People often say, well, what's the most, we got to have vision. We got to have values. We got to have mission, all that. Yes, that is important. Those aren't skills. Those are tools to use for the leader to be able to develop a successful and effective culture. But what's needed? What's the most important thing? I tell you, I asked this. Here's a sales question for you. You just think about this for a real quick second. What's the most important skill of a salesperson? It's the same skill, the most important skill of a leader. And 99 times out of 100, people will say the same thing. It's listening. We need to learn to listen. And that's not the most important skill. The most important skill is first questioning. Questioning. I was just listening to a Wall Street Journal podcast about 2 weeks ago of the CEO of NVIDIA. And now this is the richest company, the highest market value company in the world. And the CEO said he goes through an entire day and never makes a single statement quite often. He is simply asking questions. Coaching is the single most important skill of a leader, because through coaching, you get your message across. Through coaching, you draw out the excellence of other people. What does it take to be an effective coach? First, questioning, learning how to question really, really well, asking a lot of questions. Second, listening. So yes, listening is very, very important. And those two together allow you to apply some other skills around asking questions to help people solve their own problems, and then to be able to emotionally connect and understand through emotional intelligence what's going on with that person in terms of their fear and love factors. So let's think, it's complicated, right? I've got a question. I have to listen. I need emotional intelligence so that I can read the other person. I have to understand my own emotional state when I'm in that situation and be able to really assess that and show up appropriately. So the work that we do in developing leaders and understanding what is necessary to have an excellent culture. So here's what we talk about culture. I said values are important. Let's say your organization has a value of respect. You say, okay, so how do I get that respect throughout the whole organization? Well, here's the challenge. That one word, as a close friend of mine always says about this stuff, respect means a lot of things to a lot of people. What does it mean to you? And that's the question of a leader. If they come out and they say, we're going to treat each other with respect. Well, if you're a multicultural international company, I can tell you right now, culture in one country and culture in another country, as it relates to the value of respect, is very, very different. We know that by understanding when we go around the world, how we have to behave differently. What is polite in one country is considered an insult in another country. That's the same concept that we have in leading human beings. Every single human being is different. The power of a leader, the great power of position, is the choice to ask questions. And by utilizing this concept of coaching, the skill of coaching, you have to combine questioning with listening, with empathy, with emotional intelligence, with simply walking a few steps in the other person's shoes to understand what they're going through, so that then you can have their back, you can support them, and you can have high expectation with that individual, that team, that organization to achieve the goals that you want to achieve.